Have you ever wondered what truly happens when a loyal man's trust is shattered? It's easy to think that a loyal person just bounces back from heartbreak, that things will eventually go back to normal. But what if I told you that breaking a loyal man's trust doesn't just affect his heart in the moment? What if I told you it changes him and everything he believed in forever? Welcome to Save Yourself, where today we're diving deep into one of the most painful and eye-opening realities about human behavior, what happens when a loyal man is hurt, and why it's not just about the broken heart, but about the irreversible shift that takes place within him. Stick around, because what you're about to learn could change the way you see loyalty, relationships, and trust forever. 1. The first cut is always the deepest. When you hurt a loyal man, it's not just a wound on his heart tease, a betrayal of everything he holds dear. For him, loyalty isn't a simple word. It's not something he offers lightly, and it's certainly not something he expects to be taken for granted. Loyalty is his foundation, his rock. When he commits to someone, whether it's a partner, friend, or anyone close, he's offering his most precious resources, his time, his energy, and his trust. Trust is everything to a loyal man. It's not just about believing that you won't lie to him, it's about believing that you will always be there, that you won't turn your back when things get tough. So when that trust is shattered, it's not just his heart that breaks. It's the core of his belief system. His entire worldview shifts. The person he thought you were, the person he believed and wasn't who he thought you were. And that realization? It's brutal. It leaves him questioning everything, not just about you, but about relationships themselves. 2. The shift you won't see coming. At first, you may think he's just angry. Maybe you even expect him to lash out or even seek revenge. But that's not what happens when you break a loyal man's trust. He won't immediately erupt in anger or storm out in a dramatic scene. Instead, you'll notice something more powerful. He withdraws. It's not about him being cold or vengeful. It's about disappointment. Disappointment is a slow burn. It doesn't flare up and disappear like anger. It lingers, quietly eating away at the connection you once had. He's not angry at Yoha's disappointed because, deep down, he gave everything, and you didn't appreciate it the way he thought you would. That's when the real damage happens. The betrayal isn't just about the actions you took, it's about the deep disappointment he feels in himself for having trusted you. And that feeling lingers far longer than any burst of anger ever could. 3. The pain you can't fix with words. Here's the hard truth. Once you break the trust of a loyal man, words won't fix it. You can apologize 100 times, make promises, and beg for forgiveness, but unless you show through your actions that you understand the gravity of what's been done, it won't matter. A loyal man isn't like others. He doesn't expect perfection, but he does expect consistency. He expects that if you hurt him, you'll not only apologize, but also work to repair what's been broken. But when he sees that nothing is changing, when it becomes clear that his trust isn't being valued, that's when the shift happens within him. This isn't just about a broken relationship, it's about a broken belief system. Loyalty can't be taken lightly. He can forgive, but things will never go back to the way they were. You'll notice a change, a subtle shift in his behavior, his approach to you, and even his approach to life. He won't be as open, as vulnerable, and as trusting as he once was. 4. The quiet dignity of a loyal man. When a loyal man decides to walk away from a relationship, it's not dramatic. There's no explosion, no dramatic confrontation. Instead, he leaves with quiet dignity. It's not out of malice, it's out of understanding. He knows his worth. He knows what he deserves. And when he reaches the point where he no longer sees any hope for repair, he walks away. It's not because he doesn't care, it's because he knows that no matter how hard he tries, you may never be able to give him what he truly deserves. And that's the hardest truth for anyone to face. He has nothing to prove. He stays true to his principles, and when he walks away, he does so knowing he gave it his all. But here's the catch: even if he forgives you, things won't be the same. The trust is permanently altered. The scar is there, even if it's not visible. You won't see the full extent of the damage, but rest assured, it's there, quietly shaping how he interacts with you and everyone else in his life. 5. Loyalty isn't just given, it's earned. One of the hardest lessons you'll learn when you break a loyal man's trust is that his loyalty isn't something he gives easily. It's earned. And once it's damaged, it's incredibly difficult to repair. But here's the kicker: loyalty isn't just about relationships. It's about character. When a loyal man is hurt, he doesn't just become colder or more distant. He becomes wiser. He learns from his pain. And though he may still believe in love, he'll be far more cautious about who he lets in. He will no longer hand over his trust to just anyone. Loyalty for him becomes something even rarer than before it becomes something sacred. But here's the challenge: when you hurt a loyal man, you're not just breaking the relationship, you're changing him. And that change, that shift in how he views the world, is permanent. It doesn't fade with time. He might forgive, but the trust that once existed is never the same. Conclusion: a gift not to be taken for granted. If you have a loyal person in your life, cherish them. Protect their trust like it's the rare gift that it is. Don't take it for granted, because once that trust is broken, it's far more difficult to repair than a shattered heart. Loyalty isn't just a trait, it's a way of life, and it should never be taken lightly. So, next time you're tempted to betray someone who's given you their loyalty, remember this: it's not just about the moment, it's about the long-lasting impact. When you hurt a loyal man, you're not just changing the relationship, you're changing him. And that change? It's permanent. If this video gave you insight into the true nature of loyalty and the devastating impact of breaking a loyal man's trust, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to save yourself. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode that could change the way you see relationships, loyalty, and human behavior. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.